Hello, it's time for Combat Patrol Carnage. So we're starting our new delivery and we're kicking things off with issue 11. So not a very exciting issue, it is a paint issue. But we've got a few pages of lore. So we've got something about the Omnissiah, the machine god. We got a new short story, a look at Tyrannid bioweapons, some tokens on the back page, and of course we have our new objective-based tutorial mission, which is going to be quite fun, I think. The paint guide also covers the two new paints, which are Leadbelcher and Corax White, and these are primarily for our Space Marines for the moment. There are a few metal details on the bases of some of the Tyrannids, so we'll probably pick those out when we do a Tyrannid catch-up paint tutorial, probably around issues 15, 16 and 17 when we get the next wave of Tyrannid models. So for today's tutorial, I'll be showing you the new techniques on the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor. But yeah, apply this to all your other Space Marines and your models will start looking a little bit more complete to what they have been previously. Before we hit the table, don't forget to do all the usual, like the video, subscribe to the channel and drop me a comment down below. Can't think of anything to ask this time, so yeah, just drop me a little comment down below how you're getting on with your Combat Patrol journey. Finally then, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. They stock everything from new and used armies from various different game systems. They have all your hobby supplies, including paints and paintbrushes, and even gaming aids such as tokens, dice, and range rulers. They also supply a lot of partworks magazines, including Combat Patrol. So check them out, there'll be a link in the video description for you. And who knows, you might find your next hobby project at a bit of a discount. Right, let's head to the table and we'll add these new paints to our Terminator Captain. So here we are then at the table and we have our brand new magazine plus our brand new paints. So first up is Corax White. Nice strong white. It's a slight off-white, which is nice, so it allows you to be able to go up to a more pure white. There's a slight touch of grey to it, so yeah, pretty cool. Nice. We're using this for a lot of the Crux Terminatus on our models and quite a few future armies as well. The other colour we get is Leadbelcher, a nice mid-toned metal. Going to be perfect for a lot of our metallic details on models. So for the guide, we're looking at all the Space Marine models. And yeah, there's going to be quite a few uses for it in future combat patrols as well. Now, if we had Necrons, we'd probably be painting them all with this colour, unless they did the Zarek dynasty, in which case we'd be using Runelord brass. But yeah, pretty cool. Nice that we have two new paints to add to our collection. So yeah, here's the issue. I'll adjust the camera and we can get into the new tutorials inside and of course look at the full contents. So first off, full contents for the issue. Paint article, just one article. It is adding Leadbelcher and Corax White to our models. So for read articles, we got 3 pages, the Cult Mechanicus and the look at the Omnissiah, Bioweaponry, looking at the Tyrannids, and Into the Dark, a new fiction story seeing Terminators face off against the Tyrannids in the confines of a Space Hulk. Finally for play, we have Phases and Objectives tutorial before we put those new tutorials to use, as we have a little bit more of a complete game as we are fighting over objectives and trying to claim points on the objectives. So, how to apply Leadbelcher and Corax White to our models. In issue 11, the issue this guide is supplied with, you have received 2 important new paints. The first, Leadbelcher, is the perfect base coat for metallic details such as guns, blades and metal fittings. The second, Corax White, is perfect for icons and markings. In this guide, you'll use both on your models. So, Leadbelcher then, we're applying this to all the mechanical detailing of the gun. So your trigger, your handle, the fuel cell piece there, the fuel canister itself, the nozzle. Just avoiding any of the black areas. If you do make any mistakes, just go back with some Add on Black. If you've got your sergeant, don't forget to get the combat blade that he's drawing, but I've already built mine up as a grenade launcher, so I've had to paint the grenade hand. For anyone with helmets, you want to pick out the little details around their helmets, so the little pipe and clasp at the side. Picking out any fuel canisters, as well as other little details. Oh, I didn't realise I had to do that. I've missed those bits, the skull and staples on the reliquary. I'll go get him and I'll add those in a minute. So yeah, we've also got the backpack venting as well for the power plant. The cap of the grenade pouch, any pistols that are visible, and that's pretty much it on our Infernus Marines. For our captain then, which I'll be showing in a minute on camera, we've got stuff like the gun workings and ammo casing, his sword as well, the inside of his iron halo. There's some hard to reach detail pieces around the side of his head to get as well. Don't think I'll be getting those myself. Got the pipes around the back of his arm, powering his armor, and the vent there on the back of his power pack. For the librarian, we're painting pretty much all the mechanical detailing of the axe, except for the pipe and the handle. Again, we're painting the Stormbolter detailing and his venting as well, plus the little clasps on the book. So I saw that in the paint guide, but I didn't see the bit on the Infernus Sergeant. Then for the Corax White, so we're painting the entirety of the right shoulder pad on the Terminator Captain. I might even paint over the scroll, as we're going to be painting that in a future video tutorial this delivery anyway. And yeah, the only other detail to paint is the two Crux Terminatus shoulder pads on our two Terminator characters, plus the one on the captain's knee there as well. And there we have a gallery of everything completed, so you can see all the details. Looks like they could have done with another coat of silver on that sword. It looks a little transparent there. But other than that, our models are starting to look a lot better now that they've got some new colours on them. So, alright, let's go grab my paint desk, set up, and we'll put our new paints to use. So here we have my models. So the Infernus Sergeant to do the bits I missed, which is just on his little reliquary, so I'll put them to one side. We're going to mainly focus on the captain. And yeah, I'm going to do white first, just so I don't have to change my water until after I've finished all the painting. So let's get the white out the way first. As usual, give all your paints a good shake, helps mix it up. And, oh, crack the lid. And yeah, not too bad to paint. Pretty good. All right. For brush, I'm using my new subscriber gift, the STC Small Layer. So we'll get some of the paint on our palette. There's a little bit of water there to grab. Thin down. And now to apply 2 layers of white to those Crux Terminatus. So I've got the one on his leg here. A few mistakes already, but that's no worry. I can tidy that up afterwards. And of course we've got the larger one on his shoulder pad here to do. And finally, we have to paint the whole of his right shoulder pad here. So, careful going up to the gold. There we go. What we'll do, we'll take that off so we don't accidentally press our finger against it while we apply a second coat to those Terminatus symbols, as they're probably done by now, dry by now. The thing about doing thin layers is it doesn't take long to dry. So we can go straight back in and do another coat. And there we go, that's the white done. So clean off our brush and we can move on to our silver details. So, with Leadbelcher, like with Retributor Armour, it's a metal paint, so it does separate quite a bit. As you can see, there's more of the metal flakes at the bottom here. So I'll just give it a good shake. Help mix everything in. And oof, crack the lid. I swear these pots get harder and harder to open every day. Perhaps I'm just getting old. Right, so yeah, nice smooth paint there. We'll get some on our brush, apply to our palette. A couple of dollops there will do. Give our brush a quick clean. And then touch water. Touch more. Just to help thin it out. So as we got the sword arm here, we'll look at the blade. So starts back here, just where the hilt ends. And as we thin the paint out, we can work it into all the lettering. And we've got the pipes to do here as well. There we go. You'll want to do 2 layers on these with this colour, as it doesn't go over blue very well. So on this guy, we want to do the Corax Terminatus on the inside of the Iron Halo. Being careful not to splatter, as well as being careful around that gold. Try and do a little bit around the side of his head. There you go. There we go, not too bad. Managed to get most of the details that we can, even around the side of his head. Leave that to dry. I'm going to do a second coat off camera, as I don't think we need to do it on camera. But yeah, I'll bring it back once I've done the second coat. I'm going to have to tidy up the backpack there. That always happens. It's kind of unavoidable, really. Yeah, all in all, looking really good. While the second layer is drying on my captain, we'll just do the little skull and latches on the Inferno Sergeant there. There we go. All updated. Right. That's pretty much the tutorial for this video. I'll bring everything back in, give you an outro, and yeah, we'll show off the completed model up to this stage. So there we have it. We have applied our 2 new paints, and here's the models to show for it. So as you can see, picked out some silver details on the Infernus Marines with their Pyroblasters canisters, helmet details there, and the details on their power pack, etc. as well. So yeah, they're looking really good. As is our captain now, who's got a good solid coat of white on his right shoulder pad and both his Corax Terminatus. And we've picked out the blade of his sword, which is a little rough, but I think that's mainly because of the blue that went down first. But yeah, not looking too bad, I don't think, for myself. So that's it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you found the tutorials useful. And yeah, I'd like to hear how you're getting on with your models in the comment section down below. Or there's also my email if you want to send a few of your picks. I might even start putting up community posts of people who are following along with my tutorials here on YouTube. So yeah, there we have it. Don't forget, of course, check warbay.shop, and I will see you next time on Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.